Hello everyone, here is the thought for today's science class. Success does not come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. So, do your work consistently so that you can succeed. Today, we are going to study the process electrolysis. This is the experimental setup for the process electrolysis. Uh, Solution of copper sulfate is taken into 100 ml capacity beaker. Thick plate of copper acts as a anode, positive electrode, and carbon rod acts as a cathode, that is negative electrode. The apparatus is arranged like this figure, and electric current is passed to the circuit for some time, and then observations are noted down. When an electric current started flowing through the circuit, the cations, that is copper 2 plus ions in the solution, got attracted towards the cathode. Copper atoms are formed when electrons coming out from the cathode combines with the copper 2 plus ions. A deposit of copper appeared on the cathode. Copper 2 plus ions are coming from the dissociation of copper sulfate solution. Copper 2 plus ions are cations, they are positively charged ion, so they will get attracted towards cathode. Cathode means negative electrode. Here carbon rod acts as a cathode and copper atoms are formed on this cathode and deposit of copper takes place on the cathode. Even though the copper 2 plus ions in the solution were used up in this manner, the color of the solution remained the same, because while electric current was on, electrons were removed from the copper atoms of the anode and sent to the battery through the electric wire. The copper 2 plus ions formed in this manner entered the solution. In this way, decomposition of the solute in the solution took place due to electric current. This is called electrolysis. Children, have you understood? Initially, copper 2 plus ions are formed by the dissociation of copper sulfate solution, and these copper ions are getting attracted towards carbon electrode, which is negative electrode, and copper atoms are deposited on carbon electrode. So you might be uh, knowing that ions, oppositely charged ions, are formed due to dissociation of salt, and the ions are attracted towards the oppositely charged electrode. Here copper 2 plus ions are uh, getting attracted towards carbon electrode and their concentration is decreasing, but the color of the solution remains the same as it was initially. Though the copper ions are decreasing in number, still the solution has the same color. How does this happen? Here the copper ions are coming from anode, that is the copper plate we have used as the copper plate is used as a anode, and from anode electrons are sent to the battery and the electric current flows, and the copper ions are coming from this anode entered into the solution. So the copper 2 plus ions which are coming initially from the dissociation of copper sulfate solution are replenished by the copper 2 plus ions coming from the anode. Therefore the color of the solution remains the same. So here solute is copper sulfate, water is solvent, and copper sulfate solution has formed. The decomposition of copper sulfate solution took place due to the flow of electric current, and this is the process called electrolysis. There are two parts in the electrolysis process. These are the cathode reaction and the anode reaction. The two parts of electrolysis process that take place in the above activity are shown below. Cathode reaction, Cu2 plus aqueous plus twice electron is equal to copper solid, means at cathode copper atoms are deposited. Anode reaction, from anode copper 2 plus ions are entering into the solution and electrons are sent to the battery and the current is made to flow. Anode reaction, Cu solid is equal to Cu2 plus aqueous plus twice electron. Aqueous means these copper 2 plus ions are surrounded by water molecules. Therefore, aqueous, AQ is written in the bracket. So, these two reactions are taking place in this activity. Children, have you heard about the process electroplating? Electroplating is the application of metal coating to a metallic or other conducting surface. In the electrolysis cell, the negative electrode, that is cathode, is the substance to be plated. Here we have used carbon rod as a cathode, and on carbon rod deposition of copper atom is taking place, right? So cathode is used as a substance to be plated. The cathode is dipped in an aqueous solution containing the required metal ion. The anode is usually a bar of metal being plated. Here copper has been plated. In this activity, copper metal has been plated on cathode. During electrolysis, metal is deposited on the cathode and metal from the bar dissolves. Have you clearly understood now? Here copper metal has been deposited on carbon rod which acts as a cathode, and copper thick plate of copper which acts as a anode dissolves in this electrolysis process. If if this electrolysis carries out for a long period of time, do you know children what will happen? uh, After long period of time, the copper atoms uh, which are coming from anode, है ना, as copper 2 plus ions, and they are getting redeposited on the cathode as copper atoms, but anode will slowly disappears because all the copper atoms from the anode are being used up here, and therefore that anode means the copper plate has to be replaced if the electrolysis process is carried out for a long period of time. Electroplating is done to alter appearance of the article. It provides a protective coating to the article. It gives the article a special surface properties. Electroplating gives article a mechanical means it gives mechanical properties. Articles in day-to-day life where electroplating is used, as for example chromium plating is done on bath taps, car parts, kitchenwares, so as to make shiny surface, and in order to make them scratch resistant and corrosion free. Gold and silver plating is applied on metals to make inexpensive artificial jewelry. Iron objects are coated with zinc to make them less reactive and corrosion resistant. So electroplating is widely used. It is necessary for the liquid solution to have large number of dissociated ions for electrolysis to take place. Therefore, substances which undergo dissociation to great extent in the liquid state or a solution are called electrolytes. Salts, strong acids and strong bases are electrolytes. Their solutions have high electrical conductivity. In other words, electrolytes are good conductors of electricity in their liquid or solution state. An assembly that consists of a container, electrolyte and the electrodes dipped in it is called an electrolytic cell. Children, have you understood? For electric current to flow in the circuit, ions are necessary. Dissociated ions are very necessary, and the substances which undergo complete dissociation means their ions are formed in large extent. Those substances are called as electrolytes. For example, salt, strong acids and strong bases, and they have high electrical conductivity. And the assembly which consists of a container, electrolyte and the electrodes dipped in it is called as an electrolytic cell. If pure water is used in an electrolytic cell, current does not flow even on putting the switch on. From this we learned that pure water is a bad conductor of electricity, and we have already seen the reason behind this. The concentration of H plus ions and OH minus ions formed by dissociation of water is very low, only 1 multiplied by 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter for each ion. However, the electrical conductivity of water increases on mixing a small amount of salt or strong acid or base in it. Due to their dissociation and electrolysis of water takes place. Pure water is a bad conductor of electricity because the concentration of H and OH ions are very less. But electrical conductivity of water can be increased by adding small amount of salt or strong acid or base. Clear? We will discuss the next topic, that is electrolysis of water, in next video.